Someone's happy.
One is attendance for a lot of things that we don't have attendance for.
Hi everyone! I'm going to make a video about the video in the background. It's called Things Filipinos Do That British People Don't Understand. And my husband is going to join me in the background. Is that okay? Is that okay, babe? So these two are British living in the Philippines. So yeah, they know what they're saying. Let's begin.
When we got this apartment, this TV right here had like a plastic film on the top of it on the screen, and we figured because it was like a newly furnished apartment when we moved in that they just left it on.
So their number one is keeping the plastic on TV. Have you seen that? No. You haven't seen that before. We actually did have the plastic before, but probably didn't see that because my mom used to cover the remote control with plastic. So that's actually true. And you know the fridge, babe.
Yeah.
You know there's a film in the fridge when you first buy it.
Right.
And before, she wouldn't remove it, the film. Do you find it weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, a lot of things that we don't have attendance for in the UK. So an example is gas stations, and this is the same in America, I think.
Yeah.
But in England, in the UK, we have to fill up our own gas, our own petrol, our own diesel, our own fuel.
We pull up at the gas station, or the petrol station we call it, and turn your engine off. You get out your car. If you're on your own, the driver will get out the car, open up the petrol flat, put it in yourself, and you either pay at the pump, so you can put your card in there,
yeah,
or you normally go inside to the shop
you
and
have
pay
to go
inside.
into a building and pay. You have to queue up.
Yeah.
You have to pay cash, and you have to say, "Oh, I'm number 8."
Pump number 8.
Pump
Yep, so in here, we don't have staff actually in the petrol station. They don't have staff, but they have to pay it inside. What's it called? It's like a convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to say the number. Is it the number?
Yeah.
Pump number. Yeah. It's the pump number. And then, but actually sometimes you can pay by debit card in the pump station, right?
See that again.
You can pay it in. You can pay the debit card.
Debit card.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to go inside the convenience store to pay your gas, and just say the pump number.
You get like, I mean, if you went somewhere very, very fancy, like a very posh spa hotel, or like an incredible restaurant, you might be called Sir or Madam. Maybe?
Ma'am.
Yes.
Miss, maybe? No, not Miss. Madam.
Yes,
But
probably.
here, anywhere you go, you'll be called Sir Ma'am. No way.
Oh, she's talking about
Yeah, you got
Madam.
called Sir a few times.
Oh yeah, I've been called Sir.
That was funny.
Wait.
Super polite.
Yeah.
They're not gonna call you Sir or Madam here,
It makes
right?
it quite expensive, but I guess it's very
they might
normal
do.
there.
Yeah.
If you
I haven't experienced that.
Yeah,
They would just say probably no. They don't say Sir
Yeah,
or
less
Ma'am.
polite, but
Actually, there's no people who's going to assist you. So like last time, I went to Arndale. There's a shopping mall, and I wanted to buy shoes, and then I
Just
thought,
if the store is kind of exclusive, they'll have salespeople that get.
oh yeah, if it's expensive,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. But if it's like the ones in the mall, because before I thought there's going to be someone who will assist you, like like in the Philippines, and then we went to the mall, and then you can see all the boxes of shoes outside as well. So my friend Flor, she said to me, if you want the style of the shoes, then you can just look for your size at the back of the shoes, because there's like boxes in there. So if you're size 5, then you have to look for size 5, and then if you can't find the size, then you can go to the staff. There's only like 1 or 2, no, probably 2 or 3 staff, and then they will try to look at the back, like storage room, if there's any sizes. But yeah, it's not like in a department store in the Philippines wherein they're gonna tell you're going to just give the shoes and then you're going to ask for your size. But here you have to look for your size in the boxes.
Okay, this one I love because Filipinos are incredibly family focused and they love their friends and they're very sociable. Facetiming in public.
All the time.
All the time. Everyone.
Airports, restaurants, like...
Constantly. It's so funny, like, it's great, it's so nice to see, and I always find myself being nosy and like peering over people and seeing if they're FaceTiming. In the UK, people will maybe take calls in public, but not as much.
Not as
When
much.
people are like texting.
People kind of if someone calls someone, often I feel like people might...
I'm not sure about the FaceTiming because when I left the Philippines, I think people were not really FaceTiming all the time because they live in BGC, so maybe that's why. It's safe to call people outside, but if you're gonna go somewhere to places somewhere that's not that safe or it's crowded, maybe it's not safe to take out your phone and then do FaceTime. But here I haven't seen any people do FaceTime as well. Or maybe there are a few, but not so much. Is that right? Would you agree? Yeah.
Now since you've been a long time, but for someone in the UK who's never been to the Philippines or Asia in general, because they're more common in Asia, there's different versions of them, riding a tricycle and riding a tricycle everywhere when you're in, I don't know, like a province or when you're outside of a city or on an island, because that often we've been to places where a tricycle is really the only means of transport.
Yeah, I remember when I first came here, when he took me to the park, I said I wanted to take a tricycle because it's too far. They love to walk, and I think it's kind of normal for them to walk quite far. That's like your exercise. But if you have so many things that you're carrying, like for example from the grocery shops, you would actually like to flag a taxi, no, not a taxi, but a tricycle.
With restaurant etiquette, I suppose. So in the UK, when you're asking for a bill, if you kind of get someone's attention, you'd go this. Can I get a bill, please? You like mouth it.
And that, I think that comes from when we used to have signs. Yeah, we have to sign for a bill.
Yeah, so we go, get the bill, please. It's very British. But here, the equivalent is this, like check, and you say get the check.
Yeah, and
Okay, so they're saying it's rude here in the UK if you're going to put your hand up and call the waiter. Is that true? Because I do that actually. Is that true, babe?
Just don't click your fingers.
Yeah, don't click my fingers. Because they were talking about that. Yeah, it's also rude if you're going to click your finger. Even in the Philippines, if you do that.
Yeah, it's not weird trick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. But for me, I actually do this. It's like getting their attention if you're gonna do this. And then you will say, bill please. Can I get the bill please? But yeah, they don't have that.
Going like to get someone's attention here happens all the time. Like literally you sit on the balcony and you hear people doing it at each other across the street, or like anywhere you go, it's like
a short noise that Filipinos use to get each other's attention.
it's like kind of going a polite version of like, oi, like excuse me, like one sec kind of thing.
When I first came here, it's not intentional, but you kind of say, psst. Yeah, it's rude. That's actually not good here. You're used to doing that, and then you realize you're not in your own country.
So cool. Another one that we've noticed and that we love, it's a really nice thing, is pasalubong. If you don't know what that is, it's when someone goes away on
Steve
a trip
knows what
and
that
brings
is.
back
Pasalubong.
gift, food, snack, something back to their family or friends.
Yeah, often like a box of like, I don't know, dried mango or some panda or something that's specific to the place they've been.
Yeah, it could be huge.
When I brought some pasalubong to my colleagues when I came back from the Philippines, they were actually thinking why there were so many. Here, it's not like mandatory, you would say, that you will bring some pasalubong to your friends. Right, babe?
Yeah.
it's like a gesture. They would appreciate that, but then they were not going to ask you to bring pasalubong or to expect you to bring pasalubong if you come from different countries. They were surprised when I brought a lot of pasalubong from the Philippines, you know, like the Cloud9 and stuff like that. They actually loved it, but they were thinking, oh, that's too much. But for us, it's actually not too much because they're very cheap. And for us, Filipinos, we like souvenirs if someone goes to other countries. But yeah, here, food is actually good for them. So for us, like for example, we like earrings or keychains, ref magnet, or anything. We actually prefer not edible, like t-shirts. We like it or appreciate it that much. But here, I think if you're gonna give them like dried mangoes or anything that is kind of exotic, is it exotic? And then food, they like food. They appreciate it more. Even they don't care about the price because they don't know the price, but it's the thought. But yeah, they're not expecting you to bring any pasalubong.
Eating with a spoon and a fork, no knives. Because a lot of food in Filipino cuisine, you use a spoon for.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm probably more comfortable now eating with a spoon and a fork, just because, I don't know, the way that you can cut stuff open, it's great to have a spoon to like shovel rice in, because if you're eating rice in the...
Yeah, so here, they're just gonna give you a fork and knife, but then if you're gonna go to a fancy restaurant, there's actually... Wait, you can ask for a spoon. You can ask for a spoon. I remember when we went to an Italian restaurant and then they gave us pasta, and I don't know why there's a spoon in there. Their spoon is not the same size as the spoon that we usually have in the Philippines. It's quite bigger than the spoon that we usually have. And we actually don't know why they put the spoon in our pasta because we use fork. Anyway, on the sides there was fork and knife. And then, for example, if you really prefer a spoon, you can ask for a spoon. In the Chinese restaurants or Asian restaurants here, usually they have spoon, knives, and fork.
Rice, when people here like shovel it in like this, that wouldn't happen in the UK at all. But we love it. I feel like you can get more flavours, you can really appreciate the food. It's easier to eat like chicken, you can tear things apart, you can really get into it. And it's something that I really love about the way Filipinos do things. And the final one to end this video off is the Filipino Time. It's very handy for us, Filipino Time. I feel like here you can, if you're late for something, it's kind of okay. People are less strict on timekeeping, I guess.
I think for me, that my experience with that is in the office. So whenever we have like meetings, and then my colleagues were not that strict with the time. So sometimes they were on time, but sometimes they're not, because like let's say they have another meeting before your meeting, and then they kind of exceeded in the time. So you're not gonna really be pissed off if they're late. But I'm not so sure about outside the office. Normally they're on time. Steve is on time all the time.
We didn't even say pointing with the lip. People here sometimes point with their lips to get something. So if it's like, oh, where is the nearest 7-Eleven and it's across the street?
Yeah, sometimes I still do that.
Like this. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Like that. And that's instead of pointing. So when we first arrived, people were like, why are they not replying? I tried not to do that. So now I don't really do that often. But before, I used to do that. Well, I did that when I was at work. And then probably they didn't really notice me doing that. But yeah, they thought probably you're gonna kiss them. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, so that's it. So that's our reaction for that video. And see you again soon. Bye-bye.